Welcome to Vintage Homey. Dive into 12 enchanting concepts blending the charm of a tiny Parisian apartment kitchen with Grandmacore aesthetics. Think cozy vintage vibes, floral patterns, and nostalgic touches that make your small space feel warm and inviting. Imagine transforming your compact kitchen walls with delicate vintage floral wallpaper in soft pinks and lavenders, reminiscent of a grandmother's cherished parlor. The patterns feature blooming roses and dainty forget-me-nots, creating a romantic backdrop that evokes the streets of Paris in spring. Paired with slim, open shelving and aged white wood, it allows for displaying petite porcelain teacups and saucers collected from flea markets. The look is ethereal yet practical, maximizing vertical space without overwhelming the room. As you sip tea at your bistro-style counter, the wallpaper's subtle texture feels like a gentle hug from the past, infusing the air with a sense of timeless elegance. The overall feel is cozy and intimate, turning meal prep into a delightful ritual where every glance sparks joy and memories of simpler times. This decor not only brightens the limited square footage, but also harmonizes with natural light filtering through small windows, making the kitchen appear larger and more welcoming. Envision lace curtains draping your kitchen window, soft and sheer in ivory hues, fluttering gently with the breeze like whispers from a bygone era. These curtains, edged with intricate crochet details, filter sunlight into a warm, diffused glow that dances across the room. Complement them with a windowsill herb garden and mismatched terracotta pots, overflowing with basil, thyme, and rosemary, their earthy scents mingling with the faint aroma of fresh croissants. The visual harmony creates a picturesque vignette, blending Parisian sophistication with Grandmacore's homemade charm. Touching the lace feels like caressing heirloom fabric, soft and comforting, while the herbs add a vibrant green pop against the neutral tones. This setup fosters a nurturing atmosphere, where cooking becomes a meditative escape in your snug space. The curtain's translucency maintains privacy without sacrificing light, making the kitchen feel airy and lived in, as if it's been lovingly tended for generations. Picture an antique china display on narrow floating shelves, showcasing delicate plates and bowls in pastel blues and golds, each piece telling a story of vintage elegance. Arranged artfully, the collection includes floral motif saucers and chipped teapots that add character without cluttering the tiny area. The shelves, painted in distressed cream, blend seamlessly with the apartment's classic moldings, creating a gallery-like focal point. Visually, it's a symphony of subtle patterns and soft shines that catch the eye, evoking the warmth of family gatherings. Feeling the smooth porcelain under your fingers brings a tactile nostalgia, like inheriting treasures from a beloved grandmother. This decor maximizes wall space, keeping counters free for daily use, while infusing the kitchen with a cozy, inviting aura. The overall ambience is one of refined comfort, where every meal feels special, wrapped in layers of history and gentle beauty. Cozy knitted pot holders hang from rustic hooks on the wall, in earthy tones of mustard and sage, crafted with chunky yarns that scream handmade love. These holders, patterned with simple cables and baubles, double as decor, adding texture and warmth to the sleek Parisian lines. Grouped near the stove, they contrast beautifully with metallic appliances, softening the industrial feel. The look is endearing and functional, like a hug for your hands during cooking. Touching them evokes the fuzzy comfort of a woolen blanket on a chilly evening, their thickness providing practical insulation. This element brings Grandmacore's tactile essence into play, making the small kitchen feel personal and lived in. Paired with woven baskets for utensils, it creates a harmonious, clutter-free zone that encourages creativity in meal preparation, turning everyday tasks into joyful traditions. Display a collection of pastel enamelware on open racks, featuring mugs, pitchers, and bowls in mint greens and butter yellows, chipped edges adding authentic vintage appeal. These pieces, sourced from markets, stack neatly to save space, their glossy surfaces reflecting light and brightening the dim corners. The aesthetic merges Parisian minimalism with Grandmacore's playful nostalgia, creating a cheerful mosaic against neutral walls. Visually, it's a burst of soft colors that uplifts the mood, while the cool metal feel under your touch grounds you in durability and history. This setup fosters a sense of abundance and tightness, where pouring coffee from a floral-etched pitcher feels like a ritual from simpler days, enveloping the kitchen in a cozy, enduring embrace. Hang embroidered tea towels from slender rods, featuring cross-stitched motifs of Eiffel Towers intertwined with wildflowers and threadbare linen, blending French iconography with homespun charm. Draped casually, they add a layer of pattern without overwhelming the space, their faded colors harmonizing with the apartment's subtle palette. The look is quaint and artistic, like pages from an old storybook come to life. Feeling the slightly rough texture of the embroidery invites a sense of craftsmanship, warm and inviting as you dry dishes. This decor transforms mundane chores into delightful moments, infusing the kitchen with a grandmotherly wisdom that makes the tiny area feel expansive in spirit and comfort. Install rustic wooden shelves with bracket supports, stained in warm oak, holding jars of spices and dried flowers, their natural grain adding organic texture to the polished Parisian vibe. The shelves curve gently to fit awkward angles, maximizing every inch. Visually, it's a earthy contrast to sleek counters, with blooms peeking from glass containers creating a garden-like illusion. The wood smooth yet knotty feel under your palm evokes forests and family heirlooms, grounding the space in coziness. This design promotes accessibility and beauty, turning storage into art, where the scent of herbs wafts gently, making cooking feel like a heartfelt gathering in a welcoming nook. Place doily placemats on a compact bistro table, crocheted in white cotton with scalloped edges, layering under simple stoneware for a touch of elegance in meals. These mats, vintage finds, protect surfaces while adding intricate patterns that echo lace doilies from Grandma's drawer. The setup looks delicate and refined, softening the table's metal frame with textile warmth. Touching the raised threads feels like intricate lacework, comforting and nostalgic, enhancing dining intimacy. In this tiny kitchen, it creates a cafe-like corner that's cozy and stylish, where breakfast croissants taste better amid the gentle, heirloom-inspired ambience. Center a floral teapot on the countertop, porcelain with hand-painted roses in blush tones, surrounded by matching cups for an instant vignette of charm. The teapot's curved spout and lid knob add whimsical shape, reflecting light softly in the confined space. Visually, it's a focal bloom that ties the room together, blending Grandmacore florals with Parisian teatime tradition. The cool, smooth ceramic feel invites daily use, evoking memories of afternoon chats. This piece brings joy and functionality, making the kitchen feel like a cherished retreat where warmth radiates from every pore. Craft handmade apron hooks from bent wire and beads, mounted on the wall in a row, holding floral print aprons that sway lightly. The hooks with pearl accents add a DIY sparkle without taking space. The look is playful and organized, merging utility with decorative flair in Grandmacore style. Feeling the sturdy wire and smooth beads provides a tactile satisfaction, like personalizing your domain. This setup keeps essentials at hand, fostering a creative cooking environment where the kitchen pulses with homemade energy and cozy vibes. Adorn with quilted oven mitts and patchwork fabrics of gingham and florals, hung near the oven for easy reach, their padded layers offering protection and style. The mitts, stitched with care, feature mismatched patterns that celebrate imperfection. Visually, they inject color and texture, softening the kitchen's modern edges with nostalgic quilts. The plush fabric feels like a warm embrace, insulating hands while stirring fond memories. In this small space, they create a sense of abundance, turning baking into a loving ritual enveloped in comfort and tradition. Feature a nostalgic cookie jar on the shelf, ceramic shaped like a cottage with lid painted in soft blues, filled with treats and evoking childhood wonders. The jar's detailed molding adds whimsy, fitting snugly without dominating. The aesthetic is endearing and functional, blending Grandmacore's storybook charm with Parisian subtlety. Touching the glazed surface feels solid and reassuring, like a keeper of secrets. This element infuses sweetness into the air, making the kitchen a heartwarming hub where every cookie break feels like a trip down memory lane.